Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
And we have our very first corner.
And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Looking for a runner. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Lo Celso. Amrabat gets it clear and claimed it back swiftly. That's going to go a long way. Has a look and place it forward. Bakambu. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
So what can they make of this? Ambitious ball here. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now there's a fine ball. Ziyech is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Riquelme has it out wide and in space. Oh, strongly challenged there. Isco.
Morocco really have decided to turn to the long ball. That's very obvious now.
And how do they go about making that work?
Well, they can't neglect accuracy, and it can turn that opposition defence into facing its own goal, which so often can cause problems.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Hakimi. It's a goal kick. Isco. Now Riquelme. Lo Celso. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Amrabat. And it's Hakimi. That's Brahim Diaz. Shot a goal! Goal! Morocco! And Morocco score first. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And here's Lo Celso.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Tries to play it through. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh,
And the shot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To further improve their position of comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now it's in the series. Ben Seguir.
Oh, delightful ball.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
He slings. Bullish header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Riquelme.
Anthony. The message is clear, none shall pass.
Hakimi. Ben Seguir. Now it's in the series.
And the half-time whistle goes.
Se recuerda a nuestros espectadores que las puertas del estadio se abren 2 horas antes de cada partido para su comodidad.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Hakimi is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Anthony.
Morocco can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that was very necessary.
Ziyech, and the counter is on.
Nicely shaped ball, and he was quick to react.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Hakimi. Oh, super find. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
No, again, there's no way through.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he goes cross-field. Hakimi. And it's Ziyech. Ricardo Rodriguez. Ben Seguir. Amrabat. He's in space and looking for options. And that is expertly dealt with. Amrabat promptly onto that, and that is that. More and more pressure on the ball here. Hakimi, and it's Ziyech. Passing is crisp and sharp. Out of play for a throw.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 12, el dorsal 22, el dorsal 17, el dorsal 24. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 8, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 2.
Álvaro Fidalgo. Llorente. Junior Firpo. Here's Lo Celso. And it's Amrabat. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Amrabat with the slide tackle there. Álvaro Fidalgo. Real chance! He has done it! Right back in the game! That was a given. It always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that. Morocco clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Pablo Fornals. Now that looks a decent ball. Unahi. Cleared without complication. Taken back almost at once. En-Nesyri is on his... And a chance! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And now he has two. So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Hakimi. Can he get on the end of this? He's in plenty of space here. Adley is onto this.
He's had a shot! In he goes again! And that's caused a worry or two. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's not gone well.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. That pass has been well intercepted.
Lo Celso. Alvaro Fidalgo.
And the pass is intercepted.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle.
Well, that was a frustrating game. They were... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Ben-Sekir. Out to the left it goes.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Ben-Sekir. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Looking to play him in. Flings in across. And the keeper's given it away. Shot a goal! And it's come back out to him. And it's a goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So, a breakthrough already.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Distributed tidily. That's a good run down the left. That's an imaginative pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. Quarter of an hour played. Mazraoui. He steps in, and that's the end of that. It's gone out for a throw-in. And they've switched it over to the other side. Always onto this. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Played out towards the right wing. Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's intervened well there. That has ended up in no man's land. He shifted it to the flank, and he was quick to react. Aguirre. Oh no, what has happened here? Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's Diaz. Brahim Diaz. And it's Diaz. That's very neat. Oh, can he finish? It's there! Morocco are back in business. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Morocco, and the shot! Oh, that's fabulous! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they're back in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? He's found a way through. He's on it. Great chance! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's En-Nesyri. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Lo Celso. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Brahim Diaz. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And it's made its way to him. Ben-Sekir. No, that's been intercepted. And they've been given a corner. Morocco with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Amrabat. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Morocco clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Great ball if he can get there. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. With Ziyech. Now it's En-Nesyri. And there is the half-time whistle.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1.
Se ruega a nuestros espectadores que obedezcan en todo momento las indicaciones de nuestro personal de seguridad.
And we're off again. And that is a little undercooked. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Lo Celso receives it in a wide position. And here's the chance to counter. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, easy pickings there. Tries to play it through. Knocks it into space.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Ziyech. Decent chance! He scores! And the second half is off to a flyer. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. No way through. Amrabat. Well, the ball's gone astray and claimed it back swiftly. Morocco appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 19, el dorsal 22, el
Hakimi.
dorsal 17 serán sustituidos por
Now the delivery.
el dorsal 9.
And it's hoisted clear.
El dorsal 23.
Amrabat. En-Nesyri shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. They were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's picked his way through. Well, that is a good challenge from him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. There they go, hunting in packs. Swept in. Diego Llorente with the clearance. Mazraoui just loves to go forward whenever he can. And no, that was never going to make it. Nicely shaped ball. Adley in acres of space out wide. Now it's Pablo Fornals. And it's Hakimi. He is through here. This looks promising.
Morocco clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Great ball, and he's big chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, well played. Plenty of numbers back.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Now he's off and running. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, nicely intercepted. Unahi. Now, can they get him away? El Kanous receives it in a good position here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
It's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
It's a pretty loose pass. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Aguirre spots it and intercepts. Unahi. Adley. He's got away. Real chance here. There's a no-nonsense tackle. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que este estadio dispone de un circuito cerrado de televisión para garantizar su seguridad. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 12 será sustituido por el dorsal 5. Bartra, se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Aguirre cuts it out.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Morocco clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Hakimi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Pablo Fornals really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Looking for the run. Alvaro Fitz, and the finish! Oh, should have put that away.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, that's neat. Pablo Fornals has it out wide and in space. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Now it's En-Nesyri. Adli. Mark Roca. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? And so the last chance to find a winner. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Decent progress down the left. Thinks one through. It's a promising position. Mark Roca. Not the most accurate pass. And the counter is on. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Mark Roca. Pablo Fornals. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
He has found a way through. Crosses it in. Takes a shot! And time is up. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. Good ball, good take. Nice control. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Isco. He's the one with the magic feet, Peter. He's the kind of player who can change a game with a single touch, unlocking a defence or creating space to get a shot away. I'm assuming that he's been tasked with being the creator-in-chief here, and you can see him picking out runners and setting up people in that final third.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Riquelme, who's on a run down the left wing. Well, that is one way to stop him. Isco.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Now Llorente. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, that's fabulous. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. That's very neat. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Ben Seguir. Played into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Hakimi.
This is the time you need that pace.
With Ziyech. Now that looks a decent ball. He is through here. He slings it. Bullish header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
With Ziyech, strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Amrabat.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's played through for him. Amrabat. And it's Diaz. Ziyech. Nesiri. And it's Hakimi. Looking to play him in, and it's made its way to him. They've got a corner here. It's their second corner of the game. And that has been cleared. He's played it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Gives it back. Referee has just said play on, and he whips it in. And it's Rodriguez. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Amrabat did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a promising run he's making on the right. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's En-Nesyri. Shapes to shoot! Isco now looking to orchestrate a counter. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
That has been knocked clear. Hakimi. Ziyech. Ziyech. Brahim Diaz. Ricardo Rodriguez. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, look at the space here. Good read, needed to be. That's a sharp pass. Hakimi spots it and intercepts. En-Nesyri. And the finish! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! A finish right from the top drawer. Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Morocco have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Ah, he's given it away. And it's Diaz. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. He has found the way through.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Ziyech, now it's En-Nesyri.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's found great chance! So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
He's found a way through! Morocco are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Mazraoui. There's a searching pass. And he's quick to get it clear again. And claimed it back swiftly. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Isco. That is a great pick out. And the shot! And the lead stays intact, just.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
So, third corner of the game. Ben Seguir attempts a clearance.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Ziyech. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Junior Firpo concedes a free kick for that.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Morocco choosing to make the first change.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Alvaro Fidalgo. Mark Roca. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Played into space out wide.
Oh, that's a key interception.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pablo Fornals to Anthony. Now it's Mark Roca. He's in plenty of space here.
2 minutos de descuento.
He's cut it out.
Danger averted for now.
Well, there's the clearance.
And that is...